In communication, there are three components. There's the sender, there's the receiver, and then there's the actual message, the actual content. And sometimes between the sender and the receiver, things get crossed. Wires get crossed. People don't understand. You give someone a compliment, they take offense to it. What did you mean by that? That ever happened to you? You say something to start out as a compliment and they don't understand it and they take it the wrong way. What about a job interview? You ever had a job interview or a performance review where someone's giving you feedback and it sounds a little bit too critical, a little bit too harsh? Have you ever tried to coach someone, but they took it as challenging? That assessment will help you get through that, right? So people don't understand what you're trying to say because you don't understand their lens. So everyone has a filter here. Everyone has a worldview in which they receive information. We have our own power, the way we like to speak, but then other people have the way that they like to be spoken to. And that's what we're going to learn today, how to see someone, spot someone, and tell the way they like to be spoken to. You like to be spoken to softly, don't you? Very nicely, right? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, right? You see how I just did that? And then other people like to be challenged and spoke to a little bit differently. Do you like more direct conversation? More forceful sometimes, right? How about you? When we shook hands today, you kind of let me know, right? This is the way people communicate. We communicate differently, so you can't shake everybody's hand like that. You might break someone's hand if you try to shake it that way. Okay, so everybody here has their own set of preferences, traits, and characteristics. How do you say, talk to me nice? You ever heard that? Talk to me nice. Yeah, don't talk slick. Don't talk crazy. Talk to me nice. So we're going to talk real nice, and I'm going to show you the power in communication. Because when you have a conversation, you want to make sure that you bring your whole self to the conversation. And that's hard for some people. Do you ever feel like you have to modify certain parts of yourself when you have conversations? There's just some things that are not on the table for discussion. Doesn't that hurt? It's called cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance, when you have to leave a little bit of yourself at home and put on the corporate hat. Yeah, you ever had to put on a corporate hat to speak to people because you can't show that side of yourself? You can't be your full, authentic self? What about being able to be your true, authentic self and bring all of you to the environment? How comfortable would that be? Real talk, like how comfortable would that be if you could bring your whole 360-degree self to the organization and the conversation? That would be a different conversation, wouldn't it? That would be probably all of us would speak a lot differently, maybe even walk a little bit differently when we enter the room. Think about it. In many organizations, what do they say? Dress down Fridays, right? Dress down day. I can remember being in multiple organizations, and on dress down day, I made sure I dressed up a little bit more. And people would look at me and say, "What's wrong with you?" And I would say, absolutely nothing. This is my authentic self. This is how I move. This is how I feel comfortable. So on dress down day, that doesn't mean that I have to dress down or wear a t-shirt. That doesn't mean that I have to dress down or lower my standards, is what it is. You understand? Lower your standards. So you don't want to lower your standards for anyone else. Because every time you move, every word that you say is a communication. Your attire. One of the things that I teach is changing your attire to match your desire. Changing your attire to match your desire. Who do you want to be? How do you want to be received? How do you want people to perceive you? Do you understand that there are pay grades? There are pay grades. When people look at you, they perceive you a certain kind of way. And in a job interview, you can come a certain kind of way. And they already know your pay bracket. They know where they're going to place you. When they say the offer, if you come in a little bit differently, though, that number changes. August 19th, 20th, and 21st, guys. 3 days, 19th, 20th, and 21st. August. Business to Brand Boot Camp. How to take the business idea that you have, right? The LLC, and turn it into a BRAND. Listen, guys, this is how you're going to go from 4, 5 figures to 6, 7 figures regularly. We're going to give you the 5 keys in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, August 19th, 20th, and 21st. B2B Business to Brand Boot Camp. Let's grow.